So my question is, how do you take a bike that is nearly perfect right out of the gate and make it even better? Well, that's the exact situation that I'm in with this bike, the Aventon Ramblus. This bike is by far one of the most fun bikes that I have ridden in a couple of years. This is Aventon's brand new eMTB. Not to mention, it's their very first time they've ever tried to make a mid-drive motor and also an eMTB. And personally, I think they absolutely knocked it out of the park. However, whenever I went riding down in Bentonville, down on the back 40, I wound up with 2 pinch flats. Oh no. A lot of that was because it was my own fault. I'm so used to running tubeless that I made a terrible mistake when it came to running tubes. I ran way too low a pressure. And let me tell you, even hitting some of the smaller routes was a little bit iffy. Now, unfortunately, on Aventon's website, it doesn't say that these rims are tubeless compatible. And personally, I think that whenever you're mountain biking, tubeless is one of the biggest upgrades you can do to your bike. Not only do you quickly drop around 1 pound of weight from your bike instantly, and that's rolling weight, which is extremely important to drop, but you also have the ability to gain more traction because you can run lower pressures. But running lower pressures is also a dangerous game to play because you can ding up your rims pretty easily when you hit roots or sharp rocks. But I definitely think I have the solution for all these problems and the ability to upgrade this bike to the next level. And I'm super pumped to say that I teamed up with Hunt Wheels to make this new upgrade possible. And Hunt Wheels was awesome enough to send me over a pair of their All-Mountain 29er wheels. But I didn't want to mess around and take any chances of getting damage done to these rims. I went ahead and picked up some Cush Core eMTB. Now this Cush Core is supposed to be super tough and is specifically designed for e-bikes, which means it can handle the extra weight that you find when you're riding your eMTB. And I didn't want to mess around with those Maxxis Recon tires that were already on the Aventon. For one, because those are low-end Recon tires, and also they already had some pinch flats. I didn't want to hassle with that sidewall already having a hole in it. I'll just keep these for a backup if I ever need them. But I went with some Schwalbe Wicked Will 29 by 2.4 inch wide tires. These tires land right in the Goldilocks zone for my style of riding. They're not quite XC, they're not quite trail. Some would say they might be down country. Oh no! All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's check out these Hunt wheels. Now, this isn't my first set of Hunt wheels. I've reviewed several different ones, all the way from the Trail Wide, which is probably their most popular mountain bike wheel, to the XC Race aluminum version, all the way up to their highest end XC carbon UDH spoke wheel. And I am super pumped to be able to review these also. This is the All Mountain wheel from Hunt, and their wheels come in at such a good price. These wheels typically retail for a little over $600, but as of right now making this video, they've got them just a little over $400. And for a high quality set of wheels, that's absolutely crazy. And if you're curious about a good set of wheels that's not gonna break the bank, definitely check out my link below. It'll take you directly to the Hunt website. If you do decide to buy from there, it is an affiliate link, so it does come back and help out this channel. But I've been using Hunt wheels long before I was affiliated with them. And I've got to say, for the price, you just can't beat them. So whenever you get your Hunt wheels, they're going to come in this nice compact box, but they package them up really nicely, and you instantly see the inside of the rim where they've done an awesome job taping this up. Now, when you pull your wheels out of the box, all depending on which wheel set you got, you'll get this little package right here. Typically, you're gonna have your tubeless valves in here, and also you're gonna have extra spokes. So here are some key features that you can expect on the All Mountain wheels. This is a 60/69 T6 welded construction rim, and it's 31 millimeters of internal width. This is gonna give you plenty of volume whenever you put your tire on. So whenever you have a 2.4 or a 2.6 inch wide tire, you're gonna actually get the true width of that tire. Now, what makes the All Mountain wheel extra durable? Well, first off, on this front hub, you're gonna get this awesome Enduro hub. This is an extra wide, extra durable hub that's really designed around enduro style racing. Now my particular setup, since I've got a RockShox front fork, I had them install the RockShox Torx caps on it, so it'll be perfectly set up for the RockShox fork that I have on my bike. Now one of the big benefits of a Hunt wheel is that they use really high quality Revo bearings. These are a double sealed bearing, so you're gonna get super fast rolling performance with these wheels. And these spokes are triple butted, cold forged J-bend spokes, and Hunt claims the design of these spokes makes it extra durable for the demands of an eMTB. And another thing that makes this a specific eMTB wheel is the 8-degree engagement hub that they've got on this wheel. Hunt says that this has oversized bearings to keep up with the demands that an e-bike's gonna offer. And this wheel is gonna sound absolutely awesome on the trail. Oh yeah, nice. And of course, these wheels are completely tubeless ready. They've got them taped up right out of the box, and Hunt has a specific H-lock design on their rim that makes these things seal up fast and grip that tire so you don't have to worry about it burping air out on the trail. And lastly, of course, these are boost spacing and they have 6 bolts. The Hunt E-All Mountain wheels only come in 6-bolt, so if you have a center lock setup, you're gonna need to switch that over to a 6-bolt if you wanna pick up these wheels. Now I did ask Hunt why they don't offer center lock for their E-All Mountain wheels, and they simply said, we just get so many more orders for 6-bolt that they decided to just go ahead and only offer 6-bolt since that was the highest in demand. So we can talk specs and details all day long, but really the proof is in the pudding and we have to get out and try these on the trail. Let's open up that Cush Core, get it installed with those Schwabe tires, put some tire sealant on, mount these up to the Aventon Ramblus, and see how good these perform on my local trails. That was a workout, and the tire's not even on. All right, guys, I'm definitely sweating. Just getting the tire over. There's definitely a technique to it. I think the roll technique that they mention online really does help. It is definitely a challenge. So now we're gonna see if we can get this thing to actually get into the rim and seat up. Got it. Oh, yes. All right, the first wheel is done, seated up absolutely perfect. No surprise with the Hunt wheel system. All right, we're back. It's day 2. I got some rest from installing that Cush Core. That was a major workout. But one thing I was really pleased about, I woke up and both tires feel like they're still fully inflated. There was 0 loss of air on these Hunt E-All Mountain rims, and these Schwabe Wicked Will tires they're holding really strong. I don't even see any seepage on the side, which is a common problem on Maxxis tires that I'm really happy to not see on Schwalbe tires. This might be my go-to brand. We're just gonna have to see how these perform out on the trail. Now on the Aventon Ramblus, there's a magnet that's attached to the disc. This is for your speed sensor, so you want to make sure that you don't lose this because this is separate and it will fall off if you're not careful. All right guys, I finally got the wheel set completely done. The last thing to do is install it on the bike. All right guys, I am pumped. The wheels and tire combo look absolutely amazing. The Hunt All Mountain 29 wheels should be a huge upgrade on this bike. We're gonna have to see how the Schwalbe Wicked Will tires do, but I know that the Cush Core is gonna be fantastic. But let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and hit up the trail. Now, whenever I first got these wheels, I knew I wanted to come out here to Two Rivers Bike Park. There's a lot of long straightaways where I can get up to speed and maintain momentum, but there's also a lot of roots and rocks that I can test out the strength and durability of both the wheels, the tires, and the Cush Core. So one thing I noticed really quickly, when upgrading wheels on an eMTB, it's definitely a different experience over a standard mountain bike. And the reason being is you've got a motor. This motor is helping you get up to that initial speed and also maintain a high speed. Where with a regular mountain bike, you're doing that all by yourself. And on a regular mountain bike, you can really feel the difference in rolling weight, where on an eMTB, it doesn't really hit you right away. But after riding around for around 12 miles, I really am convinced that I felt like this bike was maintaining speed a lot better than what it was before. It may not have been a drastic increase, but it was definitely an increase. Now there's two areas that I noticed a really big difference compared to the stock setup. First was around sharp turns or berms. Whenever I was cornering on this bike, it just felt so much more stable. And I think a lot of that has to do with the wider rim on the All Mountain rims and also the Cush Core. The Cush Core has that lateral stability, holding that tire tight so you don't have to worry about your sidewall rolling. And also being that the Hunt rim is quite a bit wider than the stock rims, the tire can get a little bit wider, giving you a little bit more traction than what you had before. Now I do have to say the Schwalbe Wicked Will tires are fantastic. However, I think I'm gonna upgrade the back tire to something a little bit more aggressive and leave the Wicked Will on the front tire. Now, these would be absolutely ideal on some of my analog bikes, but with the power you have on this particular e-mountain bike, I just want something that's gonna engage a little bit faster and give me a little bit better cornering grip than what the Wicked Will did on the back of this bike. Now, the question is this setup really worth the money? And in my opinion, it totally is. You're looking at something that's gonna give you longevity because these wheels come with a 3-year warranty. You're not gonna damage them with the Cush Core that's on there, and the tires are just something that you're gonna naturally go through, so that's something you're gonna swap out down the road anyways. But the overall cost, if you were to go out and buy this yourself, as of right now with the sale prices going on over at Hunt and also the sale prices going on at Cush Core, you'd be looking at around $675 to $700. It is a lot of money, but you've already invested a lot of money into your bike. But if you're looking for something that's gonna be a solid upgrade, it's gonna make you be able to ride a little bit harder and give you the confidence that you're gonna have a wheel set that's gonna last a long time, this is definitely the setup to go with. Just getting wheels for under $700 these days is a mind-blowing thing. But to get the whole setup with the Cush Core and the new tires under 700 bucks, it's kind of mind-blowing. All right, I want to give a huge thanks to Hunt Wheels for sending me these to try them out and review them and let you guys know what I think of my first wheel upgrade on an e-bike. Yeah, I've done this a lot on analog bikes, but this is the first time on an e-bike, and I can say, just like on an analog bike, this is definitely a worthwhile upgrade. If you guys want to pick up your Hunt wheels, check out my links down below. If you want to pick up some Cush Core or the Schwalbe tires, I'll also have some links down there. And of course, make sure you click that subscribe button and that like button. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think of Hunt wheels, Cush Core, or these Schwalbe tires. All right, guys, get out there and ride your bike, and we'll see you in the next one.